Hello, my people. Hello, poolsiders. Hello, my gang. Gang, gang, gang. Welcome back to your favorite podcast. Welcome back to, where we talk about everything dating, situationship, love ship, hardship, everything ship is in here. I'm your host, Mufe, and I'm glad to be doing this with you guys always and always and always and always. Today, my people, get a seat, sit down, chill. Welcome. Let's dissect this. Today we'll be talking about something. A lot of my friends have said this to me, and I'm bringing it today. We are more like gisting. A lot of my friends have said this, and I'm bringing it to the tables. Gang, let's talk about this. Do you guys think there's something called the pretty privilege? Do you think there is actually something in the dating pool called? I choose to play the devil's advocate. I choose to differ. When me and my friends talk about it, I was like, nah, it's not a thing. But I've seen so many people talk about it, and they said, no, Mofe, pretty privilege is actually a thing. And we threw it out, we threw a sentence out, and you would be surprised at the confessions and the feedbacks we got. Let me put a context to it. What is pretty privilege? When we say pretty privilege, what exactly are we talking about? It is that sort of privilege where, gorgeous people, fine people, beauty, they say, is in the eyes of the beholder. It is that thing where pretty people actually get away with a lot more things when they're in relationships, when they're in the dating pool, than, those that they would say. I don't believe there's such thing as pretty and, beauty actually lies in the eyes of the behavior. But they said they are doing pretty privileges in this dating pool, guys. I know. And I've listened, I've read situations where fine people, pretty people get away with a lot more things like nasty behaviors. Take, for instance, you're dating a guy just because he's fine, drop dead gorgeous, abs, check, cheekbone, check. And inside your mind that this guy has a lot of toxic tendencies. But because you both look good for the pictures, but because you both look good for the camera, he lets him get away with a lot of things, and then you start making silly excuses for him. Oh, he doesn't call you. Like, my baby is not a fun person. I'm just honest. I'm just very. But if it's that brother from your church that has sports belly and he doesn't call you, then you're like, he's not a good person. He's too toxic for me. actually, guys, there's something called the pretty privileges, and it also happens if a lady does not know how to. Maybe she's not good in the kitchen. A lady's not so good with cooking or stuffs, and as a man, you're seeing her, and you start making excuses for her and saying, "My baby is not just the kitchen type. She doesn't just like to do all these kitchen things." But if it's Sister Nkechi from the village, you're like, she's just lazy. She does not know how to cook. She does not need this. It's so funny. These conversations are so funny. But like I always say, my people, don't let's take my word for it. Let's jump into the poolside confessions. Let's see the stories people have shared about pretty privileges and what has happened and their experiences about having pretty privileges or not, about the glow up effects. Let's see. Come with me to the poolside confessions. Welcome back, gang. Welcome back, pool members, to your favorite section of Pool Dated Pool podcast. This is Poolside Confessions. Real stories, real confessions. Take a seat, chill. Don't push yourself. Chill. Well, let's jump right into it and see what people's experiences are about pretty privileges. The first one, I can finally admit this now. That man was a walking disaster. Bad communication, inconsistent, always disappearing, emotionally unavailable. But every single time I tried to leave, I would look at him and lose focus. Oh shit! You look at him and all the life drains out of your face and your brain has come out. I kept telling myself, maybe he just needs understanding. No, he needed therapy. And honestly, if he wasn't attractive, I would have blocked him after week two. You see, this is the thing. I think While pretty privileges can be a good thing, I always like to play the devil's advocate. While it could be a good thing, I think it can also be detrimental to you yourself because you ignore a lot of things, you ignore a lot of red flags, you ignore a lot of things you should have. You wouldn't even take, but because this person is fine and your friends see him, they're like, "Oh, that guy is fine," you know and people you both are good on picture, it's good for the grams, it's good for validations and all that kind of stuff. You lose your senses, you lose everything you're thinking about, and you start thinking you can cope with things that you shouldn't even dream about coping. Start thinking you can cope with things you even shouldn't think about tolerating. I'm really happy that you got out of that kind of toxic relationship, and you now know that it needs therapy. Girl, you're not a therapist, you can do better. You can do way better. Let's jump straight into confession too. My dating life changed after my glow up. Ooh. I used to think people were exaggerating about pretty privilege. Until I lost weight and started dressing better. And suddenly, people treated me completely differently. Women who ignored me before became interested. People were kinder, conversations flowed easier. The craziest part, my personality was still the same. That experience honestly made me realize how much attraction affects human behavior. I think I sort of like how this helped. If this is how pretty privilege affects people, I would say yes, it's absolutely a good thing. If we take it to work in the positive, it's absolutely a good thing. Imagine glowing up, looking good for yourself, and changing your whole situation, and then people start noticing you. And you see, this is a thing that we say in the dating pool as well. You need to give yourself that change. If you think there's some things, not for anyone, honestly, but for your own self, for your own self to be better, for your own person. I mean, I support that totally 100. This is a good pretty privileged story, and I'm loving it. Well done to you. Well done to you. I love the glow up. I love that this has affected you positively. So yeah, clock it for you, my guy. Let's jump to the third confession. Nobody believed my attractive girlfriend was toxic. My ex was beautiful, like unbelievably beautiful. And because of that, everybody assumed she was sweet. Meanwhile, that woman stressed me. Manipulative, controlling, mean when angry. But anytime I tried explaining it to people, they would say, "No way, she looks so nice." That relationship taught me that attractiveness and character are not the same thing. I know. Imagine being attractive and all that beauty and having a bad character. Come on. Come on. Come on. It doesn't go hand in glove now. It doesn't work. But honestly, I really think with these stories, we can now look at it from the side of the fact that pretty privilege can be a good thing if used properly, if used to glow up, if used, with a good character. And also it could be a negative thing for you. It could be detrimental to you if you're like there avoiding all the red flags just because someone has a fine face, fine body, fine ass, fine cheekbones, fine boobs. It could be detrimental to you if you start like looking at the face and leaving all the character. So on the long run, it boils down to you. It comes down to your decision. Use your head and not your face. Use your head and not your face. I hope you've learned a thing or two from these stories. Let me know in the comments. Let me know if you've ever had these experiences. Let me know what you think about what these guys have shared. And I'll see you on the next one, guys. If you ask me my final thought on this, I would say that pretty privilege is actually a thing, and we all take part in it. It's actually a thing, and we all take part in it. I honestly think that attraction affects how we see people, how we relate to people, how we talk to people, and in a little bit, it affects how we even make decisions. Sometimes you would notice it, but Last, guys. Last, my dating pool gang. A pretty face can only take you so far. A pretty face can only take you so. Imagine having a pretty face and being a badass, and now having a good character, and now topping it, and now having your own money and good job. That is a complete package. Not just having a pretty face and making excuses that because you have a pretty face, then you now crown it on top with bad attitude. Come on. Don't do that. We don't do that in this dating pool. Dating pool can be ghetto, guys. Dating pool can be ghetto. But as you know, on Dating Pool Podcast, we learn to talk about it. Like I say, a pretty face can only take you so far. So if you take anything away today, know that top up your pretty face with a good character, make that glow up worth it. You don't want anybody to be taking you for granted, or you don't want anybody taking you for granted in the dating pool. Thank you for sticking it out with me today. Thank you for doing this with me always. I love gisting with you guys. I love talking about this thing with you guys. Talk back to me in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about it. Let me know what you think. Have you experienced pretty privilege? Has it affected you positively or negatively? Do you even actually think it's a thing, or do you think people are just doing too much? Let me know. Don't forget to like, share, drop your comments. Let's converse. Let's see what you think. Thank you so much, guys. And to my best team, to the best team in the world, Eid Visuals. Two fingers in the air for you guys. You guys are actually the best. Guys, don't forget to patronize my team. If you want to do anything for me this week, reach out to my team. They do the best photography, the best videos, the best anything cinematography you could think for. They got you. And until next time, guys, keep swimming in your best dating pool yet. And I'll see you on the next one.